Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Previously, I left you guys off with a pretty devious cliffhanger. So today, let's jump right back into this and see how the events will unfold in Thamasa. Now that Kefka has made an appearance. Well, I know how they're going to unfold, but I'm not going to tell you guys. Whoa, he killed his own men. So, the vow of peace from the Emperor was a lie. And Kefka has a new spell. Wow, he's turning espers directly into magicite. He didn't have that spell last time. Although that is one good thing about Kefka, is that every time he does make an appearance, he's exponentially more powerful and more dastardly than he was previously. I like it. What I don't like is how General Leo is just sitting on his ass doing nothing. Come on, Leo. You're the honorable soldier. You're supposed to stop this. Come on, let's go. And he dies. Oh, 'twas merely a flesh wound. Hey, we can control the general. Alright, let's take a look at him and see what... Wait. He's black? Hey, it worked in Blazing Saddles, so let's take a look at him. Oh, we can't. He's a guest. Well, we'll just circumvent that. Oh man, look at that equipment. He has some of the best equipment in the entire game. Crystal sword. It's the best sword you can buy from a weapon shop, period. He has an Aegis shield, which is, if not the best, it's up there for the best shield in the game. And the offering accessory. Essentially what that does is gives you the X-Fight command from Final Fantasy V. Allows you to attack 4 times in one round. It is amazing. Unfortunately, we won't get our hands on that stuff for quite some time. Well, first things first, we should probably take care of these soldiers with boss time against the Guardian. Alright. Let's see if General Leo stands a better chance against this than we did. Apparently he does not. But his defense is pretty high, so he can afford to take a few hits. Let's try using Shock. This is unique to Leo, and it looks pretty badass. Oh man, that's not very effective either. Yeah, we have to run. Yeah, even though General Leo is as powerful as he is, he still cannot do anything to these Guardians. Oh, it's too late. Your soldiers are dead. We're probably dead. Those espers are gone. Is there only one Guardian? I thought there was like 3. By the way, you can't leave the village or do anything. You have to talk to Kefka, who's just sitting there laughing maniacally as all this is taking place. Alright, it's time for the final battle against Kefka himself. Not bad, Leo, not bad. That attack will hit all enemies, too. For no MP, it's a pretty good ability. That's pretty good damage for a physical attack. Hey, nice block. Notice that when he blocked the bio spell, the shield was like a neon green. And that's one really neat thing about this game, is the attention to detail. If you block a spell, the color of your shield will change depending on what spell you block. It's amazing. I love how they paid that much attention to the little things. Alright, we got him. That wasn't hard at all. Uh-oh. Ominous music. surprising to nobody, the bad guys can teleport. I like how Leo's actually kneeling before the Emperor. Despite everything that's going on, he still has that respect and loyalty.
What am I fighting for?
Oh, man. Leo! Is that really necessary, Kefka? And Woolsey, for that matter. You know, you sprinkle these big, intelligent words here and there throughout the game, and then you throw this line at us? Couldn't you use more elaborate words like, I don't know, abhor or loathe? Something. Anyways, we know what happens in JRPGs when the screen turns red and your sprite flickers. Yep. Leo is not gonna make it. Normally I would care that Leo died, but we never got to see him throughout the whole game. We got a glimpse of him back at Doma and at the Imperial banquet, and we heard stories about him, about how he's this honorable, powerful warrior of a warrior, and then when we actually get to play as him, you know, when he's actually relevant to the plot, you know, the game takes it away like 2 minutes later and then feeds us this recycled animation here at the sealed gate. I don't like it. Great character, great possibilities, but very bad implementation on Squaresoft's parts. I really wish they had more time to give Leo some screen time. You know, develop his character, create a bond with the player. You know, make them care that he's dead. I mean, it really doesn't bother me whatsoever. Oh well. I mean, heck, they couldn't even let us take his equipment off, at the very least. But alright, it's time for some sweet Esper revenge. Prepare yourself, Kefka. I like that line. Look at that, man, he's so evil, I love it. One of the best villains in Final Fantasy, even better than Sephiroth. I don't care what anybody says. So I have to wonder though, since he's just destroying his own guards, even guardians like that, you know, was it really a ruse? Or did Kefka just go completely off the deep end, even more so than he already was, and escape from jail, kill the Emperor, and now he's here on his own volition? I mean, that wasn't the Emperor that we saw a minute ago, that was Kefka impersonating him, so it's possible. I mean, how many times have we seen the second-hand man either kill the Emperor or overthrow the king and become the real bad guy? Come on, it's possible. It's also possible for boss time. Kefka versus Ifrit's brother. Or something. Wow. Yeah, you're not doing too well there, Ifrit's cousin brother, dude. Whoa! He just got sent to the void. Well, I'm sure X-Death and Gilgamesh could use the company. We'll be seeing those guys soon enough, soon enough. Now, that was actually the X-Zone spell. Instant death to all enemies, and it's fairly accurate. It's actually pretty good. Unfortunately, we won't have access to that for a little while. How Kefka has access to it at this point in the game, I don't know. I love his surprise emote there. Aw, sad music. And for some reason, Kefka decided to spare us. Classic villain mistake. This scene is still pretty sad though, mostly because of the music. It's a nice little monument you guys built though. Hey, Interceptor! Oh no! He was a cold-hearted, ruthless assassin, but he was so gentle. Yeah, what about those guys? If Kefka really did go ballistic, there's not a good chance they survived. Or I could be mistaken. Hey, they made it out alive! Oh, so it was a scam. Oh, as if you guys were surprised. Come on now. Where's Ga and Mog? Oh, I wonder if Sid had sent her to give you guys your goddamn tea! No, that's in another Final Fantasy. We'll get to that one eventually. Don't worry. I don't know what that means. Maybe you guys do. But evidently it was a jab at Edgar. Perfect gentleman, yeah, I'm sure you were. Did you compliment her on her abilities there, Edgar? Gone? Don't you mean dead? Yeah, the euphemisms for death, they're a little bit more, I don't know, risque now. You know, earlier in the game, if you even hinted at death, it was like, oh god, no, we can't have that. That's another thing I wished would have happened, is Cyan and Leo being able to spend some time together. Either with like a friendly duel, or some training, or, you know, just talking about the way of the warrior. That would have been awesome. By the way, there is no way to bring General Leo back from the dead. I mean, you can ROM hack the game if you really want to, and just replace one of your characters with him, but I'm not a fan of that. Besides, you can never change his equipment or anything, so he's pretty much just going to do exactly what he did just now, is either auto attack or use shock. And he can't equip any espers, so his stats or damage will pretty much stay the same. And he does not scale very well, and it's just not a good idea. So yeah, Yeah, just accept the fact that Leo is gone. Aerobics instructor. I got they're all freaking out over there. That would be pretty cool though to see Realm suplex Sabin. Loverboy. Oh, I was kidding when I said she was 10. I thought she was like 16 or so. How does a 10-year-old know what a Loverboy is? Yeah, that's already been established. Now here in the Japanese version, Edgar says something completely different. It's along the lines of, don't even think about it, that's just criminal, talking to himself. And I don't know what the legal age for consent is over in Japan, but I imagine that it is not 10. Even Japan has its limits. But anyways, yeah, that's some pretty heavy stuff there, guys. Before we go in our airship, though, I do want to come back into town and talk to this guy. Gung Ho! Is he a Thundercat? Pretty much. Now this is a side quest that we can't complete for a while, but we can at least get the ball rolling now. And apparently this Gung Ho character knows Strago. Haydn. Never heard of that monster. Oh, okay. Epics Rock. We haven't heard of that place either. And unfortunately, unlike other Final Fantasies and other games like Lufia, we cannot turn our airship into a submarine or a boat or anything like that, so we're going to have to find another way to reach Ebbets Rock. But we'll have to keep that in mind for later. Now, for now, let's board the airship, because we have more story time and cutscenes. That's going to be the bulk of this video, by the way, guys. Tell me all of the Espers left. Surely they left a few behind. How dare you interrupt my laugh! Nice moonwalk there, Celes. How do you know that? All of a sudden you can communicate with the planet? We're gonna have to start calling you Eris. Whoa, holy crap! Man, I love this music. How epic is that? I can't even think of anything cool to say. I'm just in awe. An entire continent just split from the earth and rose into the heavens. That is badass. Hey, that statue's naked. Alright. Giggity. Whoa. Well, surely nobody would dare move those statues. Alright, so now we have a new option. Find the floating continent, because looking straight up is too much work. But before we do that, we have some very special preparations to make. And because the world is in imminent peril, you guys know what that means. It's side quest time. So, let's see. First things first. Let's talk to Celes. Okay, so for this next part, I definitely want Celes in my party, along with Gaw and Strago, and Edgar as well. Yeah, that should be good. Equipment doesn't matter, just so long as Gaw has running shoes, and someone has sprint shoes. Okay, we're good. And we'll just use optimal for now. Whatever. Okay. Now, make sure that you do not choose Find the Floating Continent, because what that will do is initiate the next sequence, and you won't be able to leave once it starts. So what we're going to do first is lift off and take care of a few things, such as pick up some treasures. We can go to Doma now. Even though the Emperor lied his ass off about peace, he kept his word about pulling out of Doma. So I'm going to go there first to pick up a few items, and then we can also learn some new blue magic for Strago now. And I also want to take care of a few other things. So when we come back next time, we'll take care of all of that in one fell swoop, and I will just see you then. So you guys have a good day, and take care.